everyone. Hello. Welcome to Wednesday, the 27th of November for day 3 of our 12-day card making live streams. Okay, so we're saying hello to Vicky and Wendy, and you'll notice I am joined by, no, wait a minute, I've got to go opposite, by Dana Sullivan.
Hello, everybody. How are you this evening?
So today we are streaming to 4 places. So just so that everybody knows what's going on, in case you're on Dana's pages and you're going, who is this chick taken over? Dana's joining me for my little thing, and then next week I'm going to be joining Dana for hers, and
yes.
we'll be live streaming to all 4 places. So we're live on both of our Facebook pages and both of our YouTube places. So
Absolutely.
we and we can see comments coming from everyone. Dana can see comments as well. So, and we can see whether you're coming from my channel or Dana's channel. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be mayhem. So if you see us answering questions or having discussions with people that you can't see, it's probably because we can see all the comments. We can see everything.
Right.
So we're looking for a bit of a fun time today. So Dana had said to me, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I don't know. I always just wing. So I think Dana's a little bit more organized than me, but I'm just like, hey, let's just throw caution to the wind.
Nope.
So what I have done is I said, let's do a sketch. So I've picked a scrapbooking sketch. I'm going to pop it up on the screen at the moment. And because this is what I do sometimes in my own crafting, is I will take a bigger sketch and I'll perhaps just take one of the little elements in part of that sketch, because, you know, it's too much to take a whole and shrink it down. So I just usually take an element of it. So I will bring that up on the screen. And so this is the scrapbook page that I found. It does have who it's created by, but it is that darn small I can't read it even with my glasses on. I think it says Laura.
I got as far as Laura. Laura creates.
There is who created it. So I've given myself a little mud map. I'm making a card. Dana's making something else, so that'll be fun.
Yes.
And the other things that I just want to bring up really, really quickly, and I'll try and remember to bring them up as we go through our session today, that if you are looking to follow Dana on Facebook, you can find her at Stampin Chic. And if you are looking to follow me, and I really should change this because that's pretty daggy. I had a really nice one, and Stampin Up got in contact with me and said, no, you can't have that. And I'm like, I just had Stampin Up Independent Demonstrator, and they were like, no, you can't have that. So maybe I need to change it to SU Demo or something. So I'm really
there you go.
So remind me a few times to bring that up. And of course, on YouTube, we're under the same names. Even if I searched Dana the other day, and I just typed in Dana Sullivan Stampin' Up, and it will bring you up. So
yeah.
If you just if you go for our names, you will find them. Wait a minute, I don't normally use these banner things, so it's a bit of mucking around. Okie dokie. So I have got my little sketch written out, and it is little, so I'm hoping to do well. I think we're both playing with the same set, so that will be fun. So let me just get this camera sorted out. We were mucking around yesterday trying to make sure that we were all
If you happen to catch that hot second of a live stream where I left Alisa sitting in the live as I just left her behind.
Dana was like, okay, I'm leaving now. And instead of pressing the left button, she pressed the live button, go live button, and then left. And I'm in there on my own. I don't know how to switch it off because it's not my channel. So I left the room, but it kept streaming.
Oh, it was unfortunate, but it was so much fun. I went back and looked and watched the look on your face was just priceless. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
So actually, if Vicky just said that she's leaving Facebook to go over to YouTube because it's easier to watch there, definitely. If you,
Okay. Yeah.
that's another thing, and log into your YouTube account so that you can chat with us as well. So
Yeah.
I think because I don't know whether you know, but if you're on a mobile device on YouTube, you can actually pinch the screen and zoom in a little bit. So what they could do is like zoom in a bit and push us out of the screen if they didn't want us. I'm not going to take us out of the screen because we've tried that yesterday and we lose
Yeah.
so that was just another.
We're doing good to coordinate as we are.
Exactly. So, oops, and hang on, I've lost your banner. I have to come back. Every time I show something else, your little banner disappears. So I have to remember to pop that up.
Darling.
Okay, so we are both using the same bundle, I believe, and so let's get started. I'm making a card, Dana. I'll let you explain what you're making.
Yeah, so I am really not sure. We'll see how it goes. For those who know me and have been on my Think Tank Thursday, you know that I play off the cuff as well. So I'm hoping to make a little treat holder for this super cute little stroopwafel. I never find these individually packaged, but we have a TJ Maxx here. I don't know what your equivalent might be.
You know what? I think that we have not here where I am because I'm out in the country, but I think in the city there may be a few.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Vaguely remember thinking that maybe I have seen one.
Yeah, they're a great store that has all the cool things, and they usually have some really fun little snacks too that are different than what you can find in your regular department stores. So I was excited to see these, and I thought I had to make some kind of a little treat holder with that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yummy. You put them, I've got so much scraps in here. You put them over the top of your, that's what I'm looking for. Oh,
your tea or coffee, in theory.
And it melts the caramel inside.
Mm-hmm. In theory, if it makes it that far, you do, but mine usually doesn't.
No, I haven't done that yet. I'm wanting that side, but that side is really cute now that I've seen these little guys. But I'm going to have that side. I don't think I've got any straps. I think that's the only...
I am absolutely in love with this designer series paper. It is so pretty. You've got classic and contemporary coloring in there. It's gorgeous.
Yes. Okay. I think I have got my 3. I'm going to use that. Normally I have been stamping and coloring, but I think I'm going to use one of these guys and cut them out. It's just which one?
Yeah, I wasn't sure which one I thought I might use either. So I have a handful of them to choose from. So
I am liking this guy. I could choose one of these ones and die cut them, but I'm going to fussy cut this one here because I'm going to bring it up to the screen because he's got a Santa hat on him and he's so cute. So
yeah,
he is not the so I am going to fussy cut if my eyeballs will let me. Seriously, that is one thing I need to put on the list is to go and get my eyes redone again.
Oh no, that's so much fun, isn't it?
Yeah, because I know that I'm going to need a new set of glasses and I really can't be bothered. Oh, I found a smaller piece. Oh, here we go.
There you go.
Into my bigger piece.
All right, let's see. Vicky, Wendy, Sherry, Jeanette, Dawn, Cynthia, Leslie. We've got quite the group in here this evening.
Fantastic.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome. So I didn't even introduce myself. So for those who are watching from Dana's side, my name is Alisa Tilsner, and I am in Australia. I'm in South Australia, out in the country, and Dana is from the US. So we've probably got our two different accents going on.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a lot
I
of fun.
don't hear them. It's funny because I don't hear them. Like, I don't know whether we get so used to American accents from TV, although I don't hear them when watching that as well, unless of course somebody's got a real southern drawl or
yeah,
that sort of thing. But I generally don't hear.
I hear it in you perfectly, and especially when you say things like dodgy. Oh, dodgy. Is that right?
Dodgy.
Oh my
Isn't that
goodness,
term
that
you
is
guys
such a
use?
funny little word. Okay, I'm going to hold this paper up here for just a second. Excuse the fact that I spelled stroopwafel wrong and corrected it without changing my paper. But this is the template I'm going to use, I think, for the little stroopwafel. So if you have access to these things, here is the measurement that I am using. It's actually a half a sheet of cardstock, and I've got it scored at 7/8 of an inch, 1 inch, 4 7/8, and 5 inches on the long side. So going down this way, and I'm just making a little bit of a pocket with it. What are you? Do you have any idea what color your card base is going to be, or what your card's going to look like just yet?
In my head, it is white. Got my card base here, and I'm going to do a layer, and I'm going to do the Forever Plaid embossing folder. And I'm going
Nice.
to corner.
I used that too. I
then,
used it on my layers.
Beautiful. And then I have just got these three because I've got 3 strips that go. But then because what I thought was the sketch in my head isn't actually, but you know what? I could adjust it to what is in my head. We're only using it for a guideline. So
right.
I'll see what happens. But I might do a little bit, I might rustic it up a little bit.
You might rustic it up.
Rustic it up. Is that a saying? Is that a word?
I think it is, yeah. Cherry says that laughing has no accent, so she's absolutely right.
It doesn't, does it? That's fun. Yeah, so I'm thinking a little bit, I might have to race off. Where my craft room is, the bathroom is right next door. So, and I didn't bring a little cup of water in with me. So I am trying so hard to talk and cut at the same time. So I might just have to duck off and grab a little container of water to do some ink flicking.
Oh, nice. That'll be fun.
Ooh, I just had a thought. Instead of ink flicking in ink, I should get out some of that enamel stuff and
oh yeah,
make one of them.
Metallic enamel drops.
Yeah. Or some ink flicking with that. All right. So okay. So every card that I've made so far, and I'm doing a 4-month series on this particular suite. Every single one of them I have done. I have used pecan pie to stamp and color him. So this is the first time I've had a different colored deer. So, which means I may have to change the brown that I use, because I was just using like pecan pie to go around, but he's early espresso, I do believe. So anyway, so we'll get, when I make my cards, I sort of start with my base, and then I start layering my elements and slipping things under and behind and around and all of that sort of stuff. Oh, and he's got a little bit of Pool Party. I'm going to have to jump up and grab some Pool Party because I might do the circle in Pool Party and then have these strips. And then there is a little bit of a tag that sticks out as well. So I might do that in green maybe. Let me just grab my colours. So I have to, but everybody, I'm always up out of my seat grabbing things. Thankfully, nothing's too far away. Oh, Jeanette says I should need to put my tongue out when I'm fussy cutting. I can't talk when my tongue's out.
That is true. Hi, Marilyn. How are you? Marilyn says hello from Sydney. Okay, guys, I have my my base piece here, and as I mentioned, it's an 8.5 by 5.5 piece. And instead of putting DSP layers like I mentioned on my template, I decided to use monochromatic look. So I've taken Pool Party, which is the color of my base, and I've embossed it in that same plaid embossing folder that Alisa is going to be using as well. So instead of using DSP for layers, you can use cardstock that's been embossed, and it's amazing how it's not like a DSP, but it is a different look than just plain cardstock, right? And so it's a way that you can dress up projects without having to have DSP or whatever. So when you run out or don't have enough, you can just grab another piece of cardstock and emboss it, and you'll get some really nice texture, and it'll make you feel like it's more decorative than just a solid piece of cardstock.
Yes, I don't have the card that I made yesterday. I should run and grab that. That was the same with that. I felt like it needed something, and it'll be the same with this. I felt like it needed something more, but subtle.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I really love our embossing folders. I think they're absolutely spectacular.
Sherry says that the plaid one is her favorite. Oh,
yeah.
Favorite of all time. Hey, do you know what? I can also do this, and I always forget to do that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's wonderful. Okay.
And just in case Marilyn doesn't see, Jeanette is asking how the weather is in Sydney today.
You guys are all in summertime down there right now, aren't you?
Well, we're starting to get into, it's trying to get into summer. We're like, it's weird because over here our seasons start. I was going to say I gather, going from what our weather was yesterday, I'm in the middle of Australia down the bottom, and they normally get our weather a couple of days. We get Perth's weather a couple of days, and then the East Coast get our weather. We had a hot day yesterday, very stormy. We had some thunder. We had a little bit of rain. We missed out. We didn't get as much of a storm as what some of Adelaide area got, but we had a little bit of a rumble. And but today it's cold.
Oh no!
So it's trying. It'll be like, I think it was 31 degrees yesterday, which I think is around the 80s. I'm not 100% sure. And then today's back down to 22, which is probably low 70s. I don't know.
Let's see here.
You've probably got a better access to things. All right.
So 32 degrees Celsius is right about 89.5 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, okay. Hotter than what I thought. Okay, so I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Get a circle. I'm going to race off for 2 seconds and grab the card I did yesterday. So.
Okay. What are you missing now? You...
Don't mind me. Everyone, I do this all the time. I'm always like, hey, wait, I left that in another room. I've got to go and get it. So this is the card that I did on.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah.
So there's when I was saying about that, just having the background instead of leaving it white, it definitely needed. Excuse me. So day one we did, and I showed my husband these yesterday, and he was like, "Wow, they're pretty impressive." But I only use glue dots, and unfortunately, I need to get the what do you call it? The glue gun. I need to get the glue gun out. I think.
Oh yeah, hot glue gun. Yeah.
So yeah, day one we eased into it because I'm, only go live once a week. So going live every day is like, I was like, well, I think we'll just ease into it. So if you haven't seen these yet, these are the ornaments, Christmas ornaments kit. They were sold out in Australia, but they are back in now. Anyway, he was really impressed with them. So when we make the effort to put our tree up, I've got to finish making the rest of them. I've got to hunt down the glue gun. I'm sure it's in Carl's room. He's the steel, and I found a whole heap of pairs of my snips in there as well, and I don't want them back. I know that he's probably been cutting wires and stuff with them, so he can have them. And then that was day 2, and then of course now we're doing day 3.
I really like that truck in pink. That's a very pretty look.
Sorry, now I'm just shutting my door. I thought hubby had disappeared for work, but
Sherry says she thinks the truck card has a vintage 50 look to it, and Jeanette says her brother lives in Oklahoma. He says in the winter it's freezing and in the summer he's cooking. Jeanette, that's interesting because I'm actually from Oklahoma. Where in Oklahoma is he? And by the way, he is absolutely right. And unlike here in East Tennessee, Oklahoma is flatlands, and you could literally see for hundreds of miles even. Whereas here in East Tennessee, maybe you can see to the end of your driveway because we have a lot of really nice hills and mountains here. So that cold air comes down in the wintertime in Oklahoma, and it just freezes you to the bone.
Just sits.
Yes.
All right. I could have picked a better piece of cardstock that's got a few wrinkles in it.
Oh, he's in Oklahoma City. Okay. I was just there a couple of weeks ago, actually. That's where I went for backstage. I went and hung out with Connie and Brenda. We were well, actually Moore, which is like a suburb of Oklahoma City, but yeah.
Okay, I've got my circle, I've got my thing. Okay. So I got my little mud map. Here's my little
I was gonna say, do you want to bring up the picture of our sketch again? So we are using this sketch as inspiration, right? And it's going to be really interesting to see both of our projects, how different they are, and still using that same sketch to come up with the design. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
It is. All right, so I'll pop that down. And I just pinched this from Pinterest, where all good things come from.
That's right.
Okay, so I am going to cut my layers, my little strips now. I've got my little card starting to build on the side here. And I just going to work out what size strips I'm going to have. So I thought I might do 2 designer series papers and 1 solid color.
There you go. Jeanette says she's looking to travel there next year. Best time is September and October. He is right. Springtime is tornado time. So even though the weather is relatively nice, you probably don't really want to be there in the spring.
That is what. Honestly, I have friends like this is. Can I tell the story?
Absolutely.
We met. My mum was sick she was diagnosed with breast cancer when she was 36, and and she'd gone in and out of remission a couple of times. And anyway, this is when the internet was just starting to take hold, and she got on the internet, and she met a lady in a chat group. They were talking about health stuff. That was when that ICQ.
Oh yeah,
way back. We're talking years ago. And anyway, she met this lady because this lady's husband was suffering with some health issues, not cancer, but he had other health issues. Anyway, they bonded, and she was from the US, and so they became really good friends. And then it was actually really lucky. Just before my mum had passed away, she came out to visit my mum. Like, she came here. She had 4 days here or something. And so, because she said that she'd always wanted, if she didn't meet, she'd always regret it. Anyway, so we become friends with them, and we visited them like after Mum had passed. Craig and I and my boys, we've gone and spent time with them and all that. But anyway, getting around the long story, she lives in the Tornado Alley, and I'm just like always like, no, I'm not coming over in, what is that, May or
springtime into early summer. Yep.
She was telling us stories about how when she was a kid, they had to like, she remembers being in a car and seeing the tornado out the back of the windscreen, and I'm just like,
Yeah, when we were teenagers, we would chase them in a manner, and tornadoes will, in that area anyway, generally move from southwest to northeast. And so we would get behind it and kind of follow it. And it's just incredible to see them in action, kicking dirt up and taking tree branches.
Nope.
You know what? Now I'm the one that gets to get up for a minute. So I'm going to go grab some Velcro dots. I was debating how I wanted to close up my box here, or my pouch here. And I think maybe a Velcro dot's what I want to do. So let me see if I can find any.
Okay, so I've got my strips going on behind. These are supposed to be at different lengths. I might come back and shorten one. There's a little bit of a gap between 2 of them, and then we've got that going on as well, and I'm quite liking that as it is actually. But on my little mud mat, I have actually got a square that goes over some of that circle, so I'm going to do the square, but whether I actually continue to use it is another thing. I think I'll do it out of white, and then I'll do my tag out of the garden green, I think, because garden green is everybody's favorite color. It's everybody's favorite green, right? And it matches the designer series paper. So I think I will do that, and then I will start adding my ink sponging and splattering and all that sort of stuff to make it a little bit more on the rustic side. So I need some white. So I keep all my white stuff on the floor, so I'm just going to bend down to get my white, because I only want I've got scraps. I just chuck them all down. When they start to pile up on my table, I chuck them all on the floor, which is really bad. Okay, so I think I am only going to right, let me try a 2.5 inch square. Let's see how we go. See if I can find any straight edges on my card. I tend to hack into a few pieces, but that makes it hard when you don't have a straight edge to go from. Right. Let's see how we go. Might not have that after all, or I might need to trim it.
Leslie says with this bundle, she's never used so much garden green. I love it.
I know, and yet so many people go, ew, garden green, we don't like that. And I'm like, yes, we do love garden green.
Absolutely.
You know, I have really been loving the look of using the granny apple green, but then sponging or ink blending garden green over the top of it. It's really pretty.
Yes.
Okay, I need a tag die.
I know I have probably 5 packages of. Do you do that? Do you ever, like, I know I have Velcro dots here.
And you can't find them?
They've run away from me, so I'm just going to carry on. Sherry is probably laughing because she knows how chaotic my studio is right now. What?
Leslie said she actually had to buy another pack after 17 years on one pack.
17?
Shame on you.
Oh my goodness.
Okay,
Wow.
I need a tag die, and I'm just trying to think which set of dies would have a tag die in it.
Yeah.
Something fancy? Does something fancy have? Do we still have that? I have to get up.
Something fancy or the decorative tags.
I have that one.
Let's see. Here's the something fancy ones.
Of the season.
Something fancy is here. Unbounded love is here. I do have those in my possession.
I bet you anything it's at the back of my pile.
She says that's how much she likes garden green.
No,
Miss Leslie.
I joke all the time and I say it's everybody's favorite green because I know how much people hate it.
Really? Oh no.
Something fancy. Found them. All right, and I have a feeling that the greetings, unless I've pulled out the wrong one. Oh no, this one has them as well. I only want the tip of it, so. But I do want that little hole in the top. Nope. Okay, so I could have used these for different angles, but I would have to punch a hole in the top. So let's just go for these. And these have got little dots around the outside, which should match the little dots around that stylish shape.
I love the stitching.
So, and away. Okay, now which shape do I want? So many decisions.
I know. Okay. Meanwhile, I'm trying to decide, should I use the reindeer with the wreath around his neck, or should I use the reindeer with the scarf around his neck? I don't know yet.
Well, you're lucky because, if you had a scarf around your neck here during Christmas, you'd be like,
yeah.
No.
All right, let's see here.
I don't need all of that green.
I think I might bring in the one with the wreath. Marilyn says maybe Stampin' Up will retire Garden Green with the next color refresh. I would be very surprised if they do. Yeah. It's a nice true green, right?
I wish they had a Stampin' Blend in this color because they don't.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. How many of you folks like fussy cutting? Not me so much. You do?
I don't mind it.
It's okay, but it's definitely not my favorite thing. I'm a little too fiddly with it.
Yeah, I can get a little bit out of control. This one was an easy one to do because I didn't have to get into legs or anything like that. Okay. You like it? I'm glad. I'm glad someone else likes garden green. All right, so I'm going to pop that just under there, and I will wrap a little bit of the twine that comes with the suite. It's the red and white baker's twine. What am I looking for?
Yeah.
These.
Yeah, I use some of that too. Did you get a hold of some of the peppermint embellishments? Did you guys have the issues that we had out here?
They have sold out once. They've come back.
Once?
Yeah, because I know.
Lucky.
So Katrina's here. Hello, Katrina. And Leslie says that she has bought a scan and cut. Oh,
oh, lucky duck.
Sophia and Katrina both sit in front of the TV and cut away.
Nice.
I had a whole heap of flowers to cut once, and it did have a die to go with it, but I went out beekeeping with hubby, and I sat in the car, well, because they were nasty bees. They were, they'd gotten nasty. They'd been, and anyway, he had to deal with them.
Oh,
and
no.
I was not dealing with them. And anyway, so he, I just sat in the car and cut.
Oh, yeah, that would be fun.
Okay, what else? I'm liking that little bit of I'll bring it up to the screen because I'm further away than usual. So I've got that going on.
Super cute.
So you can keep that pristine and white if you wish. I am, and see, now I'm debating whether to add, what should I do? Keep it white and clean, or should I rustic it up?
Oh, rustic it up, girl. Rustic it up.
Put your ideas in the comments.
Absolutely.
Hey, what colors do we have? We have a red. We have a red enamel effects, don't we?
We do.
Pretty sure we do. Thinking. Because I think I'm happy with that layout. It's just whether I want to grunge up the white area. Rustic it up, says Sherry.
Rustic it up. That's right.
Okay, let me get my brown blending brush. Now, this one has had a lot of lighter color on it, so I think I'm gonna, that's gonna be the wrong color. So I'm gonna need to pull out my early espresso. See, I was hoping that early espresso had left. I would have liked suede to have stayed. Oh,
yes.
Is that Pebbled Path?
I most definitely am team soft suede.
I don't know that is. I reckon he might be Pebbled Path. What does the colour say?
Yes, indeed it is.
It is.
Yeah.
See, it doesn't say on the back of the early espresso, garden green, granny apple green, pecan pie, pool party, and rusty. But it does definitely look like it looks like Pebble Path, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It doesn't have gray granite on the list, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I would think it's definitely Pebbled Path.
It doesn't have Pebble Path or grey granite. Where's grey granite?
It's the lighter.
Okay. All right, we'll put it your way. Oh, see now, oh my gosh, which one should I use? Because I reckon the lighter parts, like his tail and his chest, are that grey granite.
Mm-hmm. Or at least the stepped off of the Pebbled Path.
Yeah. All right, I have got a brush here that's got that on it already. Nice.
Katrina says she always likes it clean, but she would like to see it rustic up too.
Okay, we'll rustic her up for you. Yesterday's was nice and clean, so I'll do that. I'm just going to grab a little bit of, if I can get it out, I'm just going to go grab a little bit of water.
Meanwhile, don't mind me. I'm still fussy cutting my deer. Oh, look, I'm finished.
It took a while. Okay, right. I'm going to put that far away from me.
I have one of my girls that likes to come to my classes was a kindergarten teacher, and she loves to fussy cut, and she can just zip, 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 and done. And I do not understand what sorcery that is, but but she's really good at it.
Okay, I'm going to start by not putting any ink on my brush because I don't want it out of control. I just want it a little bit grubby.
Always easier to add more than to try to rub it off, right?
Yep, that's for sure.
Okay.
And if you don't like it, you just turn it over.
I call that magic double-sided paper.
Because, you know, the debossed side is just as good as the embossed side.
Right. Yes.
And it's good. I'm actually putting a fair bit of pressure on my brush here because there's not a lot of it on the brush. So that's a good thing. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Okay. Okay. I'll go lighter on this, I think. I'll just put like a little halo edge. See, this is scary because I'm used to using browns, not grays to rustic things up. So might end up, I don't know.
Leslie says Stacy Marsh is the same with fussy cutting. She just whips right through it.
Wow.
I envy those people, but I am not them.
I think I'm gonna add a little bit to this piece here because this one is also white based. And then I might add a little bit of red to the reds. All right, so that's you. Oi, oi, oi. We're going for it. We're going to create it anyway.
You got this, girl.
Well, I think it's nice to be able to, I mean, it changes the whole feel of the sweet when you add a bit of grub to it.
Absolutely.
Oh, I got enough on there.
I like to step outside of the colorway sometimes too.
Yes.
It makes a whole different ball game.
You do. I think you can get very stuck in the combination of the sweet.
Yeah, absolutely.
And might pick this up and do it this way.
As I say that, and I'm currently using most of the colors in the suite.
Get some pink going on there.
Fun. Yeah, it is fun. It is fun to do some different things. Let's see.
Yeah, I think I've kept pretty much to the suite mainly because I've been doing this 4-month program with it, and each month sort of builds onto each one, where next month's our last one and then we finish, and then I pick another bunch of products and start again. So I've sort of stuck to the suite because that's the products that we have in it, but I have done a couple that were way out.
Nice.
All right, so I got that. I need to also do a sentiment. I think I'll put my twine around here. How's yours coming along? Do you think we'll finish at the same time?
Not if you're almost finished.
Well, I've still got some ink flicking to do. Oops, I should do that first before I do this, but I've got
I'm getting there. I don't want that. I actually want some of that garden green. I have a bunch of little strips over here beside me. And I know you probably get these too, you know, when you're cutting your layers and you get all these tiny little skinny strips. Yeah. What on earth do you do with them, right? So I'm trying to use some of them up. And this sketch is perfect for that too.
It is. Shall I leave that? Oh, I think I probably cut it too small to do I lost one side is slightly too small. I lost the tail. I could probably do it if I start off with smaller loops.
Yeah, the DSP really is pretty, Cynthia. You're absolutely right.
You know what? I'm not going. Let me do a double. Let me have more strings in my tassels, maybe. So I'm just wanting to bulk this up a little bit. I cut it too small to do. So instead, I've just done one that's got four strings coming out of it. We'll see, just for something different. Haven't done anything like that before. Okay, that's right. I wanted to do a little bit of splattering, didn't I? All right. So get everything out of the way because I tend to make a mess. And you're off?
What?
No.
What are you doing?
My life.
Okay.
Hello, Mr. Craig.
He's off. I'm gonna do this in the grey granite, I think. I tell him all the time I'm going to do it, and he's. So I'm going to do this in the lighter, the grey granite, just because it scares me.
Oh no!
And I've got two brushes, and depending on what size brush you have, depends on the size of the flick that you like, the droplets that you get, the droplets.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm glad I went light. Look how dark that is.
Oh yeah.
Mind you, it will settle and sink in, and
it'll lighten up just a little bit. Yeah.
All right, now. Have I got splashes on my laptop, on my iPad screen? Probably. Because I see splatters elsewhere on my table. All right. So that's with the grey granite. So if you're not sure about grunging stuff up, go with the lighter colour first.
Absolutely.
That might not be so, shocking to you.
Yeah.
All right, let's get all them drips off.
Well, I am going to use a kind of a cheat with my pieces here. So I'm using the DSP, the bells, with the largest of the stylish shapes dies. And that's going to be my background piece, but I want to put the little strips on there. And if anyone has been watching me struggle, wondering what on earth I'm doing, it's because the package is, it's got a little bit of a raise to it, and my strips aren't wanting to lay flat. So I'm going to sandwich them and cheat a little bit. And so that way I can put them how I want. And then when I layer the DSP over the top of it, it'll look like I want it to without moving around, which will be ideal.
Okay. Oh, I don't know. It's very dirty now.
Did you just use that word again? I really like that word.
What word was that?
It's so funny. You
Which
keep
word did
saying
I
things
use?
are dodgy. It's so funny.
Well, it does. It's like, but you know, I guess all right. I'm going to do my Merry Christmas. It might lift things up again, and then with those cute little peppermints, that'll lift things up and bring back the cutesy side, I guess. So, what am I looking for? My tree. And then it's just sticking together for me. So, Dana,
ma'am,
tell me, what things have you got on your list that people might be interested in?
well, I do a Think Tank Thursday. It's
Which is Friday morning for us in Australia.
Oh yes, Friday morning. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. If it's at 7, that's what, 9 or 10 a.m.
I think I started watching you the other day. It was either 10 or 10:30, I think.
That sounds about right.
All right, I'm going to mute myself because I am going to emboss, and just remind me to
unmute. I will remind you to unmute. Yeah, so I do the Think Tank Thursday. I do a bit of in-person classes. I have a monthly stamp camp that is a lot of fun. It is a virtual and in-person event. I pick a theme for the month and send out kits that have coordinating product, treat holders, things like that. We do 8 projects, and I include PDF and video tutorials. And that's always a lot of fun. It channels my inner party planner because my children don't really care for fun and themed parties like that, but I absolutely love putting those kind of things together. So this gives me the opportunity to do that with people who actually enjoy and appreciate it.
No. Cynthia says that she is interested in your stamp camp.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay. Yeah, just reach out to me, love. Now, likewise with Alisa, as far as product goes, if you're in the United States, then you're able to get product from me. But if you're not, you can purchase the product from Alisa, and maybe we can just set up like for you to purchase the tutorials or whatever, and we can work something that way. So even if you're in Australia, we can do something. Yeah. I can't sell product in Australia, but Miss Alisa can, so she can take care of you on that end.
Yeah, and that's the same with me as well, because I have a monthly tutorial group subscription, and it's the same thing. So I sell the tutorial group membership on like it's a membership thing. I do release them as standalone. Oh, nice, yeah. And it's the same. Like, so if you needed products, then you can go to Dana. I've got my cards here. I finally finished them. I just need to write the instructions up. So these are, I'm doing the Hearts of Elegance for my next one. So really quick flick through.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Member cards. We've got a floating technique for that last one, which come out pretty. So this is my...
Oh, that's beautiful.
So I'm getting there. So I'm just going to go ahead and start sticking things down now.
Yeah, you should, because I'm still struggling.
Oh,
I'm getting there.
it's
I'm
looking
getting
good
there.
though.
I'm getting there. Oh, Cynthia, you're in North Carolina. You're in my neck of the woods. I'm in East Tennessee. So
There
that's
you go.
perfect. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So I keep going back and forth on how I'm putting all this on, but there we go. There we go. It's coming together.
That putting that square on sort of mucked me up a little bit too. I was like, hey, hang on a minute.
Yeah,
because I'm so used to just popping things out, elements straight onto the circles. So
yeah.
that was
yeah, it's a little bit different, but yeah, that card is absolutely gorgeous, and I think that the color you used is spot on for the rusticking.
the rusticking.
Yes, the rusticking.
The only thing that drives me nuts about this plaid is that the lines aren't straight.
Oh my goodness, yes, that's part of my issue right here is I'm dealing with the wonky waves of the plaid.
Yes, because they're not
yeah.
When you look at the picture on the cover, it looks like they're straight, but they're not straight.
Yes.
So you sort of have
that is exactly my problem.
I'm having anxiety issues.
I was gonna say, you're having that issue too. That makes me feel better that it's not just me, though.
Who knew?
We can be miserable together.
I know. Don't they realize that people struggle with things?
Oh my goodness. That is so funny. All right, let's see. Yeah, that's definitely working out better. Okay, and I think also, this is just a totally last second thought, but I think I'm going to use a little Pool Party and add some color to that square too, because it's just
they need
a little too straight.
Okay, so I'll put you behind you. Okay, so in what I normally do is when I do my lives, I don't know how you do yours, but after I've done my regular live on a Thursday, this going live every day is a little bit different for me. On a Thursday, the card that I've made in the card making session, I will write it up as a PDF and send it out in my newsletter.
Nice.
I'm not going to do that for every card that I make today. Otherwise, my whole week will be consumed in making tutorials, and I've got enough tutorials to write.
Right.
So what I will do is actually put the measurements of any pieces in the description of both the Facebook and the YouTube description. So and that way you can follow along with the video. So I don't know how you tackle measurements when you're doing your crafting.
Yeah, I don't do that, but
no, we're all different.
I do need to. That's a really good idea. So I will probably take your lead on that one, at least with this particular, our collaborations here. That'd be a lot of fun for everybody to have both.
Okay, so
Jeanette says the lines are messing with our OCD. You are absolutely correct, my friend. Absolutely correct.
All right, I'm going to mount this square, I think. And then I'm going to mount the deer, and then my sentiment will sit flat against the deer, but I will probably have to put some dimensionals on there as well. Okay.
Oh, I am all about dimensionals, darling. That is
Oh,
my
I
favorite.
love it. I just, when I start to get 3 high, I sort of have to go, do I really need to go 3 high?
Yeah, when it comes to a card anyway, that's the wonderful thing about 3D. I can do however many I want to.
Well, that's true. Right.
Oh yeah, adding that blue definitely helped. Definitely helped. Okay. Okay.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
All right, but I also want to, because I can't leave well enough alone. I'm gonna bring in some Wink of Stella and
Oh, yes. Gonna have,
come on,
gonna
friend.
have some, gonna
There
have
we
some
go.
Stella. All right.
Absolutely. Get some little sparkles. Come here, Stella. You know, it's funny when I try to do the flicking with Stella, I don't get very much because I want it to, but when I don't want it to, it pools. Do you have that problem?
Yes, I
There we
always
go.
like drip it off somewhere. But I went to do some splatters with Wink of Stella and there wasn't enough ink in my
There we go.
brush, and I went to get because I always think, I always had a spare one, and I'm like, I don't have it. I'm gonna stick my dimensional on my actual card front here because I can't figure out where it will be on my sentiment. So I'm just gonna stick that on my card front and hope for the best.
I think that's a good idea.
I might put some Stella Stink of Weller, if you wish.
Stink of Weller.
On the collar and his or her hat.
I'm getting it all over my table, but I don't care.
Oh, it'll be back there to remind you later. Okay.
Oh, yes. The gift that keeps on giving, like glitter.
Yes. I loved glitter. I loved having, and ours was so pretty, but I didn't like it. It was messy.
Yes.
So we get options with, because there were some really good techniques that you could do with the glitter, like the cotton crystal and.
Yeah, I have very strict rules on glitter in the stamping studio here, so I'm not a glitter person.
One funny. Yeah, I'm getting really low on this one. I need to open up my other one. A few years ago, well before COVID, I used to go up and teach card making at the Uniting Church on Wednesday mornings. There was a group up there called Link and Learn. I can never work out whether Link was part of Port Lincoln, Link and Learn, or not. But anyway, so I would go and those girls, one of them, she had a heap of glitter left over on her, placemat thingy.
Yes.
Yeah, she scooped it all up and then just dumped it on my head.
Oh no! Oh no!
I can't remember whether it was my birthday or not, but I remember getting a hair full of
that's not
dazzling diamonds. I was like, thanks, now it's everywhere.
Yes, that is no good.
It was fun at the time. Okay, so now when you're dealing with animals and you're dealing with embellishments, you have to be careful where you're putting your embellishments.
Yes. Yes, let's not make it look like they're being excremented.
That's right. Because I do my embellishments in that triangle formation, and the third one always comes out somewhere around its rear end, and I'm like, no.
Oh, yes.
And that's the problem I'm having here. So if I put it over here, hopefully that's further enough away from it to.
Oh dear.
Can't get that angle, surely.
I love it.
Okay, so that is my card. I'm done.
You're not done yet. We had this conversation. You said you would be last.
I know. Normally I am. There we go.
You have met your match now.
You're
That is
nearly done.
very, very cute. Yeah, I'm just putting it together here. Yeah, that is a beautiful card, Alisa. You did great.
Thank you.
I love
And now
it.
I'll look at it and go, oh, there's something not straight on that.
Oh, don't look at it that closely. No, no.
There was like when you look at the sketch that I'd chosen, there were 3 different circles, and each one of them had like built up on elements. So there was one that it had even more. Whoops, ruin his antlers. There was one that had even more stuff going on up in this top right hand corner, and I was just like, no, I think that might be a little bit too much on a card, but I think these elements are quite nice. I like the stripes behind the circle.
Yeah, they are really cute. There we go. Oh, that is crooked. Ugh.
Pull it off gently, gently. Now I can sit back. I can tidy up a little bit.
You can entertain while I'm riding the struggle bus here.
Maybe I will pop these up again. So if you are looking to follow Dana on Facebook, you can do so at Stampin Chic. If you are on YouTube, you can also go and search Stampin Chic as well, or just search Dana Sullivan.
That's right.
And then for myself, you can search my name on all of the channels.
She says, say my name, baby. Say my name.
Oh, now, okay, so I'm putting these back into my folder, into my thingy, but just I have to look at it because I've got them lined up in color to the thingy here. So, and I don't like them being out of line, but wait, where's Pebble Park? Grey Granite comes before Pebble Park. I have to have them in order. And when I pull out 2, when I pull 2 out that are one above the other, I can never remember which one first.
So, Alisa, when do you normally go live? I mean, right now you're doing 12 days of Christmas, so you're going live, what, every day?
I am going live every day.
Mm-hmm.
Not weekends. I'm not going to do weekends. So 9:30 a.m. But I don't know. I'm only in day 3 yet, so I shouldn't say I really enjoy going live every day. Let's do it every day from now on. Because I might regret saying that.
I was saying, oh, you're braver than I am.
No. Normally, I go live on Thursday mornings at 10 a.m. But I'm actually liking this slightly earlier time because I tend to waste, I dawdle around.
Okay.
But if I can do my lives a little bit earlier in the morning, then I can get things done in the afternoon, right?
Yeah. So 10 a.m. your time is right about 7 p.m. my time, 6:30
on the Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I usually have ladies, I'm just wiping my nose. I usually have ladies from the US saying, it's evening here. So, and unfortunately, the ladies in the UK, they're all asleep.
Oh, yeah, because it's what, 4 a.m. there or something?
Oh, I'm not sure, but I know it'll be crazy time.
It's overnight there.
Occasionally I would get somebody pop in and she'd be like, hey, I'm from the UK. And I'm like, okay, I know that.
It's 2 a.m. here.
Ridiculous over there. What are you doing
there? You say, it's 2 a.m. here and I can't sleep. So I found you in your live. Thank you.
Yeah. So day 2 and day 3. What am I going to make tomorrow? Do you know, I am severely lacking in Christmas stamps. I discovered that yesterday, which is why I pulled the trolley. Yeah. So I didn't, for some reason, I don't have an awful lot. So I'm going to have to really study my stamps and see what I can use. as well. It's okay. It's just after midnight in the UK now, right? So it must be during winter time.
Oh yeah.
That they
We
come on.
talked about the
Sometimes it'll
daylight
be like,
savings thing, didn't we?
yeah. Yep, stupid o'clock, that's for sure.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Wendy missed the truck card. You have to show her that.
So this was yesterday's live. So you can go and watch the replay on that. I said to the girls, I said, because it was a 2-step stamping the truck, so you can just stamp the color in over the top. And they're like, no, color it with blends. So we did a little bit of coloring with the blends, just basic. And then I popped, I don't know whether you can see it, I popped a little bit of, I pinked it up with some pink pencil.
Nice.
So added a little bit more to it. So there we go.
There, we're getting
there.
How
you going?
Getting there. Okay, so initially I had thought I might kind of do a combination of bits from the sketch, right? So the bottom corner one that has all the things, it has the little title area down here.
Do you want me to bring that up?
Yeah, if you would.
So that we can.
Yeah. So I had thought that maybe I would do my piece with the title area down here, like the bottom right hand corner, with the word ho ho ho. Because that would be super stinking cute, right?
Yes.
But I'm not going to do that now because I have put a copious amount of layers right there, and and it would be a little difficult to get the ho 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 to be layered up the same as as the pieces here. So I'm just going to go ahead and add some of these little pieces here because I love them and they're so stinking cute.
Look at this. Stitching it up, capturing country life. Okay, hello. Alisa is
Hi there.
As well. So do you?
Wonderful.
I get excited. I don't know whether about you, but I get excited when I see somebody else with my name because
yes,
very often. So do you pronounce it Alisa as well? That's Dana pronounces it correctly, but none of my other US friends can pronounce it correctly. I don't know why.
Well, only because we met in person in Mexico, because I was calling you Alisa.
Yes.
Yeah.
But my friend Pam, who lives here in Australia, she's originally from the US. She's from South Dakota area. And I've known Pam for many, many years, and she still doesn't pronounce it correctly. So always calling me Alisa, and I'm like,
oh my goodness.
I don't know why people get it wrong either. It's just Lisa with an A in the front, right?
I love it. Okay, so I will be finding my little Velcro dots and adding them to either side here, but now we've got the little
so is that just like, okay, so how does it open up, like, or have you got ribbon around it? So it's just a little pop out. Does it have seals up the, oh yeah, I can see now. Yep.
Nope, it is just tied at the sides.
Yep.
And it just slides in, and it's very basic and
no adhesive. Awesome.
Yep, exactly. So there's the template again, just really simple.
Cool. I will, in my descriptions, I will link to this one as to your YouTube channel. So if anyone is watching at a later time and they want those measurements, I will send them to yours.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Cool.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us this evening. It's been a lot of fun. And
just looking at the YouTube, good YouTube this morning. Oh, fantastic. Excellent. Like I said, it was great to meet you. Very cute.
Lovely to meet you too, Miss Leslie. Oh, Annabelle. that was my great grandmother's name, and it is a beautiful name.
It is, isn't it?
I love that.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. So coming up, Dana's doing a 12 days of Christmas tags, and when is that starting? That's starting next week.
Yes, it starts the first day of December and goes for 12 business days. So like you, I won't be doing it on Saturday,
Weekends.
Sunday.
Yep.
But then you will be visiting my channel.
I will be, as long as you don't leave me going live on my own again.
I will try not to do that to you. Oh, I love it. Yeah, Leslie, it is a little bit different, but that's wonderful. Yeah. Oh, Cynthia, hi, love. Yes. Leave a message. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. I will respond to you as well. Miss Anne is here from Nova Scotia.
Wow.
That's wonderful.
Fantastic.
Oh, wow. So yeah, everybody leave a comment and let us know how you felt about our mayhem this evening or this morning, based on wherever you are. Yeah, this was a lot of fun.
It was. I've enjoyed it. Okay, so I am continuing on with my 12 days of Christmas, except for weekends, and then but we will be teaming up together again next week. It'll be the 6th of December for me, which is the 5th of December for the US, and we're going live at Dana's time, so it'll actually be 10:30 for me, but we'll do schedule the events and all that sort of stuff, so you just click the reminder, you won't miss out. So fantastic. So let me just switch these around and bring us back up a little bit bigger, just to say goodbye to everyone and say thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely.
And thank you so much for Dana for joining me today.
And, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
It's been fantastic. I was watching Dana live last week and I was like, oh, we have to chat. We met properly in last year on the incentive trip. We had a little pre-incentive trip. Not by plan or anything like that, but it just happened, and we met and we went out together. So it was really good. And Sam Donald and then Rachel Tessman joined us, and I think a few other ladies came, like spending one night there before the big incentive trip. But it was a lot of fun to catch up and make new friends.
Yeah, it was so much fun. It was so wonderful. Yeah. So this is a lot of fun.
With a life jacket. Dana taught me to swim with a life jacket because I can't swim.
And you did wonderful, and you had a great time.
I did, and it was great, and it was just as well because when we went to the cenotes the next day, I was like, "Yep, I know how to do this now."
You had it.
It's all good. Okay, so we will wrap up now. We've been just over an hour, so thank you so much, everyone, for joining us, and I will catch you again tomorrow morning, and we will be back together next week. So cheers, and have a great evening or the rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Bye.